Hey, you want to do an interview with me? You want to share some remarks as to why you're here today? Let's go here. We got queers for Palestine over here. Whatever that means. Protesters opposed to what they describe as genocide they allege is being perpetrated by the Israeli state against Palestinians are setting up an encampment at the University of Ottawa. Robert Krajcik for Rebel News here in Ottawa, Ontario.
Free Palestine, free Palestine, free.
University of Ottawa has a group of students that is joining a broader trend that's growing across universities in the English-speaking world. We've seen similar protests at New York University, at Columbia University, also here in Canada, we've seen it at McGill University, where demonstrators who we can broadly say, let's say, are pro-Palestine or anti-Israel, are aggregating and agitating against what they call war crimes or genocide being perpetrated by Israel against Palestinians in Gaza and in the West Bank. The protesters are demanding that university administrators disclose and divest from any sort of financial overlap or tie to interests or persons related to Israel. The protesters have a sort of BDS-style series of demands, BDS being the acronym for boycott, divestment, and sanction against Israel. So the demand is to disclose and divest. The protesters want the university administration to disclose all of its investments, and any of them that may relate to Israel should be terminated. Not long after I attended this demonstration, a minder for this protest began to advise all the demonstrators that I was a right-wing chud and I was an agitator. Essentially, everyone there obeyed their master's orders and refused to talk to me at all, despite my good faith, sincere invitation for these people to share their remarks as to why they're there, what they sought to achieve, what their goals are, what their perception is of the ongoing conflict in and around Israel. There was one exception, one older Arabic man who shared some remarks with me. But other than that, once this minder, middle-aged white man, got his message out as to who I am, according to him, he had quick obedience from essentially everyone in the protest. Would you want to do an interview with me on camera? Tell us why we're here and what the purpose of the demonstration is about? Maybe you want to share your name or your rationale for being here? All right. How about you? Would you want to talk to me for a few moments? Tell our audience why we're here, what the motivation for the demonstration is?
Who are you first? Who are you?
My name is Robert Krajcik. I'm with Rebel News.
Which one?
I'm with Rebel News.
Okay.
They're far right-wing people.
Well, I mean, I can speak for myself, but
They're the people who are involved with the convoy.
are you saying sorry to me or saying sorry to him?
No, actually, I listen to him because I am with them. I'm here just because I want to stop the genocide from Israel side. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about that? Like, what's the purpose of the demonstration? How does this demonstration seek to end what you describe as a genocide?
Okay. Because the Israel government, they pay for every media. Okay. Like your media or whatever, if they pay you or not. But I'm sure they pay.
We're not being paid by Israel.
Who's wait for whom? IBAC?
We're not paid by AIPAC or Israel.
No.
No.
Why they refuse? Why they refuse to talk to you?
I can't explain why this guy will do what he's doing. I can just answer your own questions on my own behalf.
Anyway, we are here to stop genocide in Gaza. We are here to ask for freedom for Palestinian people. We are here for peace. Okay?
So the demonstration itself, this encampment, how does it seek to achieve that if it's seemingly, if I misunderstand or understand correctly, a sort of put pressure on the administration of the university itself?
To stop deal with the Israel army or the Israel economy. That's the reason here. We stop here. And if the police move from here, we'll go the other place, maybe an airport, or to stop genocide. We have to listen. Everybody have to listen for the message. People, they killed over there. Okay?
At one point, one of the protesters had this megaphone basically blasting in my face with this message, Free Palestine. I was not going to tolerate that, and I sort of smacked it away from myself. At this point, things got a bit more animated from these people, and they began to demand that I leave. Of course, I would not, because I have a right to be there like anyone else. And there was at this point clear no possibility of any more interviews or any sort of meaningful exchange with anyone there, as people began to sort of aggregate and put these umbrellas around me and blasting megaphones around me in other directions. So that was basically the end of this attempt to get interviews from demonstrators and have their words relayed to you in our Dear Rebel News audience. Hey, do you folks want to share some remarks as to why you're here? It looks like we're not going to get any sort of feedback here from anyone, but we're going to keep trying.
Free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine, free.
As you can see, this demonstration has a minder, at least one, who is advising other demonstrators who they can and can't speak to. At one point, I had one guy sort of playing a, let's say, megaphone, bullhorn up in my face, which I wasn't willing to tolerate, so I put that away. And now we've got a sort of congregation of demonstrators collecting around us, chanting free, free Palestine, and again, still advising everyone else, all demonstrators, not to speak with me. This is a typical strategy that you'll see at left-wing protests, if I can use that term, in which minders sort of advise or police other demonstrators who they can and cannot talk to and what they can and cannot see. It's very, very scripted. It's not really organic. It's not really freestyle. And that's that.
We will not stop, we will not rest.
Let's go. Let's walk over here.
Like that. We will not stop, we will not rest.
We've got a petition, deporthamas.com. You can put your name on it. And we're calling on the federal government to remove non-citizens, foreigners in this country who openly express support for terrorist organizations like Hamas and mass murder operations like we saw on October 7th of last year.